me some holy water. Hey, holy water.
Welcome to Kedu Africa TV. I'm your host, Kingsley Ogudere. And this is Kedu Africa News, where we bring you weekly news, what's going on around Africa from the diaspora. And today we are starting our weekly news on a somber note. South Africa on Sunday was mourning the death of 22 young people, some of them as young as 13, at a tavern in East London, South Africa. National Police Minister Bheki Cele told reporters when visiting the scene that he could not yet say what happened at the venue, but said some of the victims were just 13 years old. Samples from the bodies will be taken to toxicology labs in Cape Town for more advanced analysis. That's according to the minister. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa expressed his condolences to the families of the victims. While the president awaits more information on the incident, his thoughts are with the families who have lost children, as well as families who are awaiting confirmation of how their children may have been affected. The president expects the law to take its course following the investigation into the tragedy, the statement added. The cause of the incident is currently under investigation. Eastern Cape Police spokesperson Brigadier Tembukosi Kiana told CNN earlier. Many people gathered at the scene trying to find loved ones. Police Minister Cele traveled to the scene in Scenery Park, where he told a large crowd the call is on the parents to see that their kids are kept well. The call is on the community to say we can't allow our kids to die. His impromptu visit was broadcast live on television, according to Reuters. The only thing that I have to ask is, what are kids doing at a tavern? If I'm not mistaken, a tavern is a pub where drinking and alcohol is taken, right? What is these kids doing there? We must do better. Parents, please monitor your kids. Keep your kids safe. You never know when tragedy will strike. Now, this is a little bit more interesting news that we want to bring to you. Germany is to return Ngozi statue back to Cameroon. Let me repeat that. The country of Germany is to return the statue of Ngozi back to Cameroon. Well, you may ask, how did they get the statue in the first place? Germany will return a goddess statue that was stolen from Cameroon 120 years ago, the Peruvian Cultural Heritage Foundation said on Monday, part of a growing trend to give back artifacts taken during the colonial era. Okay, so they apparently stole the statue 120 years ago. So it is very good that they're planning on returning this back. So let's find out a little bit more information. Well, let's find out.
Stand here representing the Zot people to condemn the forceful imprisonment of Ngozi and other artifacts here at the Humboldt Forum.
The campaign was launched 9 months ago in September during the Humboldt Forum in Berlin, Germany, where the statue was being exhibited. From social media campaigns, songs on colonialism by artists from the Nsot land, and drawing contest of Ngozi statue, working on the restitution of the Nsot mother statue has been a learning process.
So I would say that my journey working on the restitution of Ngozi has been an incredible journey. It has been a learning curve for me, learning how to deal with expectations, learning how to work with different people from different backgrounds, with different mindsets, different cultures.
Though one can say it has recorded a huge success, the complexity of the subject, which is talking to people about colonialism, for Jobati, has not been as easy as she explains.
Having to talk to people about colonialism and encouraging people to confront their colonial past and encourage people to restitute or to seek restitution for artifacts that were looted in colonial times it's been very difficult talking about these things, because some people see restitution as a topic that is far-fetched. Others don't even think that it's necessary for these objects to come back. So it's been about changing mindsets. It's also been about taking a step back and, putting myself in other people's shoes in order to develop better strategies that would work. And it's been a life-changing experience for me so far, having to get into Germany and, take part in protest, speak outrightly about the kind of change we want, about the restitution of Ngonso. So it's been a difficult journey, but also it's been worth it. It's been an incredible experience.
After the decision of the Berlin-based Prussian Cultural Heritage Foundation Board to give back Ngonso to its people, the statue's journey back home may still take a while as there is a need for negotiations.
We've had a press release, which means it's an official statement issued by the museum that they are now willing to restitute Ngonso, to return Ngonso back home, but also it's a journey that has just begun. There is so much to be done. So after this decision, there is a need for negotiations now. And negotiations would entail stakeholders from both Cameroon and Germany sit on the same table and dialogue and talk their needs out and talk how to retell this shared history. And depending on the outcomes of negotiations, it's also possible that there may be reparations, which is a process. So the decision has happened now, which is the most important, and the museum did confirm that the most important thing is for us to know that there is a decision. And they have mentioned to me severally that for them the priority is what the Nsot people want. And so they are willing to also sit down on the table and dialogue with the Nsot people to understand our needs and to find a compromise on how to work together forward.
The announcement of the restitution of the Ngonso statue comes 1 month after Prime Minister Joseph Dion Ngute made a call to return art objects taken during colonial era, as he called on stakeholders to accelerate efforts aimed at ensuring the repatriation of Cameroonian art.
Germany, which lost all its colonial territories after World War I, was the third biggest colonial power after Britain and France. However, its colonial past was ignored for decades, while historians and politicians focused on legacy of Nazi crimes, including the Holocaust. Now, I would like to say that any countries holding African artifacts need to return those artifacts back immediately. It is very unfortunate that, Africa has become, the hotbed for countries to go and pilgrimage and take whatever they want. They've been doing it for years, and it needs to stop. So please, Germany, I applaud you for returning these specific artifacts, but there are more. Please return them back to the rightful owners. Wrap up our weekly news. There was a rally at the state capitol in California by the Yoruba Nation. Let's find out what this is about.
Yoruba is a nation. Before 1914, it's a nation. They just join us together. We don't know. We don't know how we get there. Now we know how to get out. And this is the time we'll have to get out. Because our children, they are waiting to go home. We want to develop our country. We want to develop our country. And why we are here, because we've already get a 5 million signature in Yoruba land, and that is the part of the, when we are moving away from a country, and when you get 5 million out of your population of 50 million, so definitely we are ready to go, and everything has been set. So we are waiting for our leader, Professor Banji Akitoye, and the assistant of Ilana Omodua, Professor Odeniran, and Madam Olitiri. plus Sunday Igbo Osha. So we are waiting for them to declare our nation, and whoever who wants to join us to declare Yoruba nation, we are welcome everybody. And now there's no going back. No going back. Our nation has been set already to move. That is why we are here already, to let people know that we are going home. What I mean, we are going home to develop our nation, because we are all together. We speak the same language. We eat the same food. We wear the same clothes. We can see, we understand each other. So we cannot be with other people, because these people, they call them the Northerners. They have been killing our tribes. They have done a lot of things. They are the one in all the Lagos, all the nation parasites. I mean, they are all there. You know, when you're talking about the custom, immigration, they are Fulanis. When we're talking about the national defense, they are Fulanis the head. When we're talking about in the border, the airport, it's everywhere. And they are just only minority. We are the majority. And we make sure we have everything we take, you know, to get our nation back. Because we have the brainy people, we have the competent people, we have the smart people in our nation. Anything you talk about, look at them all over the world. They are the best. You know, they are taking our the best away. Now, we are bringing our the best back home. Thank you so much. God bless Yoruba Nation.
Yoruba Nation now. Yoruba Nation now. We're here today for the awareness, for people to know that there are people called the Yorubas. They are in Nigeria of today. They are being forced to be part of Nigeria. They are being marginalized in Nigeria. They have a lot to offer. They speak a language of peace. So they are saying they want to get out of Nigeria in peace. Our brother just spoke that we have 5 million signatures of Yorubas that are saying they want out of this entrapment called Nigeria today. Yoruba Nation now! Yoruba Nation now! That's why we're here today.
After spending some time with the Yoruba nation, I was able to learn that they want a peaceful transfer out of Nigeria. They have collected over 5 million signatures, where they feel that it is time for them to extricate themselves from the country of Nigeria, and primarily because of the northern violence, or the northern people that is encroaching on their way of life and their beliefs. Thank you for watching Kedu African News. Please subscribe to get more content, and like us on all platforms. And we will continue to bring you African news as they happen. We bring you news, facts, and our opinion. I hope you have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your week.